What's going on, YouTube? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, y'all see by the title and the thumbnail, we will be talking about how to rebuild your wardrobe to fit your new aesthetic. Now, when it comes to fashion, I feel like the wardrobe is one of the most things that a lot of people really struggle with. A lot of people struggle creating the wardrobe that they actually desire or the wardrobe that they actually want. So I figured I might as well go in and make a video and help y'all rebuild y'all wardrobe to fit the new aesthetic that you want to try. Now, quick little disclaimer, I did do another version of this video probably about 5 months ago on the channel where I talked about rebuilding your wardrobe from scratch. So if y'all want to tap into that video as well, feel free to go tap into that video after this video. I'll put y'all boys and girls on game to basically restarting your wardrobe from scratch. In today's video, we not restarting the wardrobe from scratch. I'm just gonna help y'all rebuild your wardrobe to fit this new aesthetic that you would like to try. Before we get into the actual video, feel free to let me know what type of fashion content y'all would like to see on the channel in the comments down below, because like I told y'all, closed mouths don't get fed. If y'all don't let me know what y'all want to see, I don't know what y'all want on the channel. But I don't want to talk y'all heads out too much longer, so we're gonna go and hop straight into today's video. First thing you want to do when you're trying to rebuild your wardrobe to fit this new aesthetic is you want to identify your new aesthetic. Now, do your research and clarify what aesthetics you want to adapt to. Explore styles like vintage, minimalist, bohemian, streetwear, or even preppy. Pinterest and fashion vlogs can provide inspiration. Now, like I said, bro, y'all want to do y'all research. This is going to be one of the most critical things you can do if you're trying to rebuild your wardrobe to fit a new aesthetic. Y'all want to research a lot of different styles, different aesthetics, and figure out which aesthetic you would like to base your style off of. Because when you're redoing a wardrobe or you're recreating your wardrobe off of one aesthetic, that's gonna be like the standing point of your style. That's really gonna kick your style off, and that's what's really gonna determine which way you go throughout your fashion journey. So y'all want to actually take the time out y'all day and y'all want to analyze all different type of aesthetics. Figure out which aesthetic really stands out to you the most, and then when you figure out which aesthetic really stands out to you the most, you want to start purchasing clothes revolving around that specific aesthetic. And then once you learn that specific aesthetic, you do enough research, you figure out how you can honestly master it and how you could really bring this aesthetic around to actually help you start elevating your style. Once you get it to that specific level, then you can start looking into different aesthetics and bringing different aesthetics in and mix and match different aesthetics together to honestly help y'all create your style. You want to do that because you want to learn that base aesthetic first. You want to learn the base aesthetic first, and once you master the base aesthetic, it's gonna make it a lot easier for you to figure out which aesthetics you can really mix and match and make some cool combinated outfits with, and you can bring those aesthetics in with this aesthetic and start creating different cool combinated outfits. This is gonna open up a lot of room for versatility and different ways that y'all can actually style cool combinated outfits and cool combinated clothing. And it's just honestly gonna kick off your fashion scene, and it's gonna make it a lot more funner for when you decide which aesthetic you actually want to start your style off of. So like I said, the first thing y'all want to do if you're trying to rebuild your wardrobe to fit a new aesthetic is you want to do your research, figure out what aesthetic really stands out to you, figure out which aesthetic you feel like will really resonate your style. Start doing your analysis, analyze that whole aesthetic, start buying clothes that revolve around that aesthetic, start creating outfits and figuring out how you honestly can master this aesthetic. Then once you do all that, you can go into another aesthetic, bring that aesthetic in with this aesthetic and make some cool mix-match combinated outfits. And I'm trying to tell y'all, bro, you're gonna be creating your own aesthetic, you're gonna be creating your own style, you're gonna be having a lot more fun with fashion, and it gives you the time to really figure out what clothes really work with you and what clothes really work with the wardrobe and the aesthetic that you are trying to develop. Alright, so now that y'all have identified the new aesthetic that you would like to try, the next thing I will honestly tell y'all to do is access your current wardrobe. Now, you want to go through existing clothes and see what you're wearing on a regular basis, what you're not wearing at all, and what doesn't fit with your current wardrobe. Now, you want to do this because you may already have clothes throughout your wardrobe that will work with this new aesthetic that you are trying to jump into. You may already have clothing items that go with this new aesthetic. And you're gonna obviously have clothes in your wardrobe at the moment that you are not wearing on a day-to-day basis, or you're not wearing at all, and you're gonna have clothes that just honestly don't go with the style that you have right now and the style that you were trying to develop. So you just want to go through all your existing clothes and you want to match this new aesthetic. That's what I'm telling y'all. Y'all gotta access your wardrobe. And like I told y'all earlier, bro, y'all honestly can access your wardrobe before you decide to look into a new aesthetic, or you can find the new aesthetic that y'all want. Y'all can honestly analyze that new aesthetic, learn a lot of different things about that aesthetic, learn different type of cool combinated clothing throughout that aesthetic. Then y'all can go into y'all wardrobe, access y'all wardrobe, and really figure out if y'all have certain clothing items that will go towards that aesthetic. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro, it's gonna make the process a lot more easier. It's gonna make it a lot more stress-free. You're gonna start to learn a lot more about clothing and fashion, and you're just honestly going to enjoy the process of you transitioning into a new aesthetic. You're gonna be enjoying the process of you trying something new, and you just gonna be enjoying the entire process. I'm trying to tell y'all this from experience. There's been times where I've transitioned into new aesthetics and I done already had clothing items from the last aesthetic or clothing items from the last style that I had that really matched the new aesthetic that I was trying to jump into. And I feel like honestly, when you have certain clothes that already fit the new aesthetic that you were trying to jump into, it makes it a lot easier for you to transition into this new aesthetic, because you already have certain clothing items and you pretty much already know how to style these clothing items. You're pretty much already comfortable and confident in wearing certain clothing items because they've already been in your style and you probably don't worn them millions and millions of times. So like I'm saying, bro, what y'all need to do if y'all are trying to transition into a new aesthetic, y'all honestly want to access your current wardrobe and y'all want to figure out things that you are wearing on a regular basis, clothes that you are no longer wearing, and clothes that don't fit the new aesthetic or fit the aesthetic that you currently have. And once you figure these 3 categories out, I will honestly tell y'all to make 3 separate piles for each category, and you want to start implementing and getting rid of certain clothing items that you know for a fact will not go with this new aesthetic. It's gonna help you clean up a lot. It's just gonna make it a lot easier for you to transition into this new aesthetic, if that makes any specific sense. So now that y'all have identified the new aesthetic that you are looking for, you've assessed your current wardrobe, the next thing I will honestly tell y'all to do is create a mood board. Now, compile images that reflect your new style. This can include outfits, color patterns, textures, and even accessories. A mood board is here to help you visualize the overall vibe you want to achieve throughout this new style. Now, a mood board is one of the most important things when it comes to fashion and clothing, because it gives you that time to really visualize different inspirations. It gives you that chance to really see how people put together cool combinated outfits that you actually like, and it gives you that time to actually visualize different cool combinated pieces of clothing. It just helps a lot of people honestly achieve the style that they want and achieve the style that they have been looking at for a while. A mood board is just really here to honestly help you on a day-to-day basis. And if you put this mood board somewhere in your room, you're bound to see the mood board every single day. So the mood board is going to give you a creative idea every time you look at it. But you honestly want to put things that revolve around this style on your mood board, whether it's certain accessories that you want to get out this style, whether it's certain clothing items, whether it's sneakers, whether it's outfits, whether it's somebody that you look up to, you like their entire aesthetic. You can throw pictures of them on the mood board. This is a lot of different visual and creative things that y'all could do throughout a mood board. I just honestly think a mood board is honestly going to help y'all really get the mindset of how y'all want to go by this new style, this new aesthetic. It's going to give you that time to actually look at the pictures, and you're going to actually be able to form your own combinated outfits revolving around these pictures that you put on your mood board. But like I'm just saying, bro, mood board is very important when it comes to fashion. I've made mood boards in the past. I do honestly need to make a new mood board because I honestly am trying to implement some different aesthetics into my style. But it just really honestly opens up a lot of different versatility that you could really look into when it comes to creating a mood board. You really get to throw out your creative side of yourself that you didn't even know too much about. But what I'm saying, when it comes to a mood board, bro, it just gives you that time to really visualize a lot of different exploring that you could do. A mood board is honestly gonna help you develop your style to the style that you want it to be at. Because like I said, if you visualize it, it's more likely to come true instead of you just saying what you want. If you actually go out there and look at these pictures and look at these different clothing items, learn these different clothing items, learn a lot of different things about these aesthetics, I'm trying to tell you, bro, the style is going to come to you. You're going to start to enjoy the process. You're going to start to learn a lot more about different aesthetics and learn more about this aesthetic that you are trying to develop. And then once you actually decide to start visualizing this different aesthetic and seeing how other people go by this aesthetic that you are trying to do, I'm trying to tell you, it's gonna make it a lot easier for you to go out there and buy clothes. It's gonna make it a lot easier for you to go out there and create outfits, and it's just gonna make your whole process a lot more easier and less stress free, because fashion is supposed to be fun. Fashion is a way to express yourself without saying a word, and a mood board is you expressing what you like without you saying a word. Somebody can come in your room and they can look at your mood board and see that you're into fashion and you like clothing and you like different ways to style cool combinated clothing just by looking at your mood board. You don't even have to honestly tell them that you like fashion. They're gonna know when they see your mood board. But like I said, bro, a mood board is just honestly here to help you visualize different clothing items, different color patterns, accessories, just a lot of different cool creative things about fashion that's honestly going to help you get to that level in this new aesthetic that you were trying to achieve or you were trying to get to. So like I'm saying, bro, after y'all assess your wardrobe, after y'all define or identify the new aesthetic that y'all would like to add to your style, you honestly want to create you a mood board. I'm trying to tell you, when you create a mood board, it's gonna make your process a lot more easier, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all this from experience, because like I've told y'all in previous videos, whatever I rely to y'all in videos are things that I have been through or seen throughout my fashion journey. And I'm trying to tell y'all, the first time I actually dived into making a mood board with different aesthetics that I really wanted to dive into, bro, my style started to elevate. My style started to grow at a constant rate that I don't even know too much on how to explain to y'all. So if y'all really want y'all style to elevate and y'all really want to jump into different aesthetics, I would honestly tell y'all to make a mood board. It's going to save you at the end of the day. You're going to have a lot more fun. You're going to understand a lot more about fashion and clothing, and you're going to be a lot less stress-free. I'm putting y'all on game. All right, the next thing I want to go over in the video is going to be find a couple basic stable essentials. Now, when it comes to fashion, I feel like a lot of people honestly forget how important basic stable essentials and clothing is to fashion and creating outfits and finding that aesthetic that you want to develop. A lot of y'all honestly forget how important it actually is. Stable clothing is just really something that you could really have to really resonate around your style, and something that you're probably gonna resonate to on a day-to-day basis. The stable essentials just honestly gonna be that uniform for your outfits and for your style. Like, you can never go wrong with basic stable accessories. And if you're trying to figure out this new aesthetic that you want to jump into, I will honestly tell y'all to start off with a few basic essentials, because you could really wear essentials with literally anything. It could be a basic pair of jeans, a basic t-shirt, a basic blazer. There's just a lot of different essentials that y'all could really start your new aesthetic or your new style off. Because when you start off with essentials, it makes it a lot easier for you to know what to bring into your style, which will mix and match with these different essentials. Because I feel like if you honestly do not have basic essentials throughout your style may get too crammed, or your style may be all over the place. The basic essential staples are honestly there just to balance out your outfits and balance out your aesthetic and your style. I just honestly feel like basic essentials plays a big role in a lot of people's style journey, and basic essentials has helped people get their style to where it is today. Because if you don't honestly have a fit for today, you can literally resonate to your basic essentials and throw a fit together, and it's still gonna be within your aesthetic, within your style. And it honestly also allows you to really open up your mind when it comes to versatility and different ways to explore different pieces of clothing. Now, having basic essentials in your wardrobe is the starting foundation of your style. You start off with basic foundations until you figure out exactly which route you want to go by implementing and bringing clothes into your style. And you start off with the basic essentials because, like I said, the basic essentials is that foundation. These are going to be the pieces that you really start your outfits and you start your style off with, and you can always resonate back to these essentials because you've already worn them and you already know how you actually want to style them, so you can really bring these in and start filling these around the new style that you are trying to develop. I'm trying to tell you, all these influencers that you look up to, they have a lot of basic stable essentials throughout their style. They have ones that help them start off their style, and they have some that they don't gain later on down the line. But I just honestly feel like basic stable essential is one of the biggest things that a lot of people honestly need to look into if you're trying to develop a new aesthetic or you're trying to develop a new style, because you're not gonna have 100% knowledge on how you want to go by resonating this style. So you honestly just want to start it off with some basic stable accessories, build that foundation, start to learn a lot of different things about this new aesthetic or this style. And as you start to learn a lot of more things about this aesthetic or style, you can start bringing other cool combinated clothing into your style to really resonate it around the basic stable essentials that you started your style off with. So like I said, bro, if y'all are trying to honestly hop into a new aesthetic, or y'all want to hop into different aesthetics and learn different aesthetics to make your style a lot more versatile, go out there and get y'all a basic essentials. And once you get these basic stable essentials, you want to start creating outfits. And as you're creating outfits, you want to start implementing different clothes that you done seen in this aesthetic, different core combinated versatile pieces of clothing to really resonate around the basic stable essentials that you started the style off with. Now, earlier in the video, I told y'all to assess your wardrobe. Now we're going to talk about reevaluate your wardrobe periodically. You want to reevaluate your wardrobe as your style starts to grow, because as your style starts to grow and elevate, you're obviously going to fall out of love with a lot of things that you've worn over time and a lot of things that honestly helped you get to this point in your style journey. A lot of pieces of clothing is going to fall off, and a lot of pieces of clothing is not going to resonate with this new version of the style that you are elevating. So you're going to have your specific times of wearing specific clothing pieces, but when those times are over, you're obviously gonna have to get those clothes out of the wardrobe, and it's gonna be time for you to bring new clothes into your wardrobe that really resonates around this new version of your style. And you're gonna have to do this from time to time again, because like I said, as your style elevates, a lot of things are gonna change. A lot of your mindset of how you love clothing is going to change. Things that you wore on a day-to-day basis may become clothes that's literally on the back end of the wardrobe that's getting no love. You're not going to wear these clothes. You're not even going to think about wearing these clothes because your style has elevated and they just don't match this new style that you are elevating your style into. And when y'all start to periodically reevaluate your wardrobe, I'm trying to tell you, you're gonna start to figure out a lot of different things about clothing, a lot of different things about yourself, and a lot of different things about fashion that you honestly didn't know in the version before this version. So like I said, bro, when it comes to building your wardrobe to fit this new aesthetic, you're obviously gonna have to reevaluate your wardrobe periodically. This may be every month. You may reevaluate your wardrobe every month. It may be every 2 months. It may take you 3 months. But when it's time for you to reevaluate your wardrobe, don't feel bad if something that you really enjoy wearing doesn't match with your style anymore. Don't feel bad about getting rid of it, because once it's over with that piece throughout your style, that means you're on to better and bigger things. So you can really get that piece out of your wardrobe and you can really bring something else in that really can resonate around this new version of the style that you are trying to develop. I'm trying to tell y'all, when y'all do this, bro, it's honestly gonna help you elevate your style to a new level. When I honestly started reevaluating my wardrobe, I honestly started to figure out a lot of things that I was liking at that time point was only here just for a short period of time to help me elevate my style to where I am now. And now we're on to bigger and better things. That's why I'm honestly enjoying where my style is right now. I'm enjoying the route I'm on. Even though my style is not 100% where I want it to be at, my style is still constantly evolving at a rapid rate, and I get to actually look at a lot of different pieces of clothing. I get to bring clothing into the wardrobe. I get to take clothing out of the wardrobe, and it's just a revolving, recycled period of time on a day-to-day basis when it comes to this fashion stuff. So when it comes to fashion, bro, I honestly feel like a lot of y'all need to go out there and start reevaluating your wardrobe periodically. When you reevaluate your wardrobe periodically, it gives you that time to really, and for you to realize that if your style is going to elevate to the level that you want it to elevate at, you're going to lose some of your favorite pieces of clothing on the way. You may be wearing something today on a day-to-day basis, but that doesn't mean later on down the line, in a year or two from now, you're going to be wearing that same clothing piece. You may have to get rid of that clothing piece for your style to elevate. So just have fun with the process. Like, just have fun with the process, because like I've told y'all, fashion is supposed to be fun. If you're not enjoying where you are in your fashion journey, your style is never going to elevate, and it's never going to be able to get to the level that you want it to be at. You got to enjoy every little process, every little progress that you have throughout your style journey for you to elevate your style to that next level. So like I said, bro, I would honestly tell y'all to go out there and periodically reevaluate your wardrobe. I'm trying to tell y'all, when y'all decide to reevaluate your wardrobe, it's gonna make it a lot easier for y'all to fit this aesthetic throughout your style. Your wardrobe is going to be built based off of this new aesthetic. You're going to be able to have this new aesthetic alongside a lot of the other aesthetics that you have in your wardrobe every time you reevaluate your wardrobe. So like I did state, that indeed is going to wrap up today's video. I hope this video entertains y'all. I hope this video informs y'all, and I hope this video just helps y'all rebuilding your wardrobe to fit this new aesthetic that you want. And feel free to let me know in the comments down below what type of fashion content y'all would like me to bring to the channel, because like I've told y'all on countless amounts of times, closed mouths don't get fed. So if y'all don't let me know what y'all want to see, I don't know what content y'all want to see on the channel. And go ahead and hit that red subscribe button if you're into fashion, because it does nothing but help the channel, and it's literally free. So go ahead and hit the red subscribe button, hit the like button next to the red subscribe button, and also hit the post notification bell as well. But like I did state, that indeed is gonna wrap up today's video. It's been your boy Ty, aka Tynotrixh, and I'll catch y'all in my next video.